Hello everybody, it is Callie here. Tonight is a special video if you ask me because it is about faith. What is faith? It's a good question, isn't it? And do you really have faith? Faith, to me, is a strong belief, all right? It's confidence. It's trust in a certain belief, whatever that belief may be. You could also say faith is an inner knowing. People have faith in all sorts of things. God, a creator, the universe, themselves. Really, what you have faith in is up to you. But this faith is a deep trust in something. A belief is an acceptance that something exists and is real. Some people spend their days hoping or wishing something was real, but in the end, hopes and wishes don't get you anywhere. But faith is a whole different story. Again, I ask you, what are you putting your faith in? Are you putting it in God? Are you putting it in a creator? Are you putting it in the universe? Other people? Good experiences? Bad experiences? Or yourself? The thing about faith is that you just can't say, I have faith. Because something funny I've found in my journey is that faith requires proof. Your faith is constantly tested to see exactly how strong your belief in whatever it is you have faith in is. You can't just say you have trust or faith in the universe because the universe requires proof the same way we require proof when we believe in something. Many of us don't just go around willy-nilly believing in any old thing. We require proof that this belief exists and is real. Now, because the universe, God, the creator, yourself, whatever you want to call the infinite source of energy we may or may not come from, many people have different beliefs. We're not going to get into those beliefs right now, but whatever it is you have faith in, and because it requires faith, you are going to constantly be tested. Because of this, we are put into situation after situation that makes us prove just how strong our faith is. There are situations that test us, that make us decide, are we going to give up or are we going to continue to have faith? What are you going to do when things aren't going the way you want them? Are you going to throw your hands up and give up and say, oh, I knew this wouldn't work? Or are you going to remain strong, remain steadfast in your faith? That no matter what happens, you know deep within your soul that everything is going to work out the way it needs to. When things get tough, are you going to continue to have faith that everything that's happening is for your greater good, for your spiritual evolution, and ultimately for your growth? Or are you going to give up and give in to those negative thoughts? Are you going to give in to the doubt, to the destructive thinking? Will you easily lose your faith and become lost again? It's in those moments that we're being tested that it's the most important to remain steadfast in our faith, to remain connected to our inner knowing. It's easy. It's easy to be happy when things are going the way we want them to. But what about when things start going the way we don't want them to? How do we act? How do we feel? When things are going good, it's easy to have a positive attitude. And then when things start going back, it's also really easy to start giving in to negative thinking. But it's when these bad times are happening that how we think and having our faith matters the most. And here is why. Every thought, feeling and belief that you have is creating your individual reality. This is why we experience such different things. This is why people with a positive and loving and happy outlook on life experience positive, happy, and loving experiences, situations, and people. And the same goes for people with the negative outlook on life. When all you can see is the bad side of things, that's all you're going to get in your life. Bad people, bad situations, and bad experiences. Here's an example. When I was on drugs, I was miserable. I hated life, I hated people, I hated myself. And every situation, every experience that I had further validated these feelings of hatred and misery. Everything I experienced made me more miserable, made me hate life even more. But then I started to learn about the power of the mind and that our reality is based on our perception. That's it. What we think, feel, and believe is what dictates the reality that we experience. So when I learned this and I started to alter my mind and I started to change my belief patterns and my thought patterns, my life changed completely. It did a complete 180. I started to experience positive things, loving people, happy situations. I started to get more abundance, and things in my life started to look up for me. And I was happier in those times. And that's about the time I began to be seriously tested. I had just found my immense faith. And the universe was like, are you sure you really have faith? I lost my job. I lost my home. I lost the relationship I was in for years. And all of this, losing my home, becoming homeless, losing my very high-paying job, and losing who I thought was the love of my life, wasn't enough to shake this faith that I had. And it wasn't enough to change my mindset either. Because here's the thing. When you start to shift your reality, when you start to shift your beliefs and your feelings, your life has to shift too. And you have to make room. These hard times help us build our character. They help us develop more strength. And they cultivate an even stronger connection between you and whatever you have faith in. And I hope that you have faith in yourself. Because at the end of the day, all you have is you. Sure, you'll meet people along the way who will help you tremendously, who will change your life and your outlook. But at the end of the day, you have to rest your head in your mind. No one else is going to live inside your mind for you. So not only are these the times that we find an even deeper faith in the universe, but we find out who we truly are. And these are the moments that matter the most, because these are the moments that decide your future. Who you're going to be, what you're going to do, is decided by the thoughts, the feelings, and beliefs that we have of every moment of every day. And this is so important, you guys, because how we think, how we feel, and what we believe decides what we do. This is because what we do is ultimately what our habits become. And our habits and what we do need to reflect and align with who we want to be. How can we expect to be someone and not let go of old thoughts, old beliefs, and old negative feelings? You gotta ask yourself, who do you want to be? What do you want to do? What kind of life will make you truly happy? And are you doing things every day that reflect those goals, those dreams, those aspirations? Or are you doing the same thing every day that you've always done? And just hoping and just wishing that one day your dreams, your goals, your desires will just come true. Are you doing the same thing every day, expecting a different outcome? I can tell you from experience, it never works. And it's the actual definition of insanity. If you want to be different, if you want a different life than what you have to do things differently than what you've always done. You must think differently. You must feel differently. And you must believe differently. Because those three things are the most important things. Because again, they decide what you do every day. When we're not happy, when we don't feel good, we don't do good in life. But when we're happy, when we're grateful, when we're full of life, we do more in life and we're able to articulate our lives better. We are able to know, because we're connected to our faith, to our inner knowing, what next step is the step we want to take to get to our dream and goals. It's because actions reflect our beliefs. Our actions reflect our feelings and our thoughts. You don't listen to what a person says, you watch what a person does, and that's how you find out the truth. And if you want things to change in your life, you have to change things in your life. They're not going to just change magically. You need to take the action, the discipline, the focus, the attention, and change the things you want to change in your life. Like I said, you can't just sit and hope things will change. You can't just wish. If you listen to B.O.B., the song Airplane, Eminem's version, you don't just wish upon a star. You do something about it. Our dreams take action. They take effort every day. So in conclusion, faith needs proof, all right? And we prove our faith by keeping our heads held high during the bad times just as the same as we do during the good times. We prove our faith by remaining grateful for what we do have and not thinking about the things that we don't have. We must hold tightly to our faith. We must hold tightly to ourselves. Because like I said, in the end, it's all we have. If you can't sit with you now, if you can't be with yourself now, how are you going to be with yourself for eternity? Whatever your guys' beliefs are, you think your consciousness just disappears after this lifetime? What's going on in there? What's your beliefs? What are your thoughts? What are your feelings? Because that is what you're going to be stuck with the rest of your existence, even if it's not on this physical realm. We spend all of our lives trying to distract ourselves with people, with TV, with food, with anything we can, just to get away from that voice inside, just to get away from the feelings inside trying to communicate with us. But in the end, we're only running from ourselves. You are whatever you believe you are. Belief is powerful. It decides your perception, which decides your reality. So what are you going to believe about yourself? What are you going to feel about yourself? What are you going to think about yourself? It all starts with the mind, because what we think affects what we feel, and what we feel affects what we do. And then what we do and the outcomes we get decides what we believe. So we got to start at ground zero, you guys. Let's not run anymore. Connect with yourself. Find out who you are. Find out how powerful you are. Because let me tell you this, You are so much powerful than you could ever even imagine. You think you're just this little tiny speck of dust here on earth? I'm here to tell you that's not the truth. So again, I ask you guys, I ask you, what are you going to believe about yourself? All right, you guys. I hope you found the video helpful. I hope it resonated for some of you. Faith is something that I hold as tight to as I can, even during hard times. All right, you guys. Let me know what you guys think about the video in the comments below. If you like, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. I want to give love to my subscribers who watch my videos. I appreciate you guys more than you know. And to anyone that's new here, I hope you guys enjoyed the videos. If you like the videos and want to see more, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. All right, you guys, have a wonderful night. Much love to all of you guys, and I will see you next time.